Hello. We are going to do a 45-minute Vinyasa class, and we will begin lying down on our backs. So come to any comfortable position on your back. That could be Shavasana or maybe reclined butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Or you could lie down on your back and place your feet on your mat and have your knees pointed to the sky. So either way, that is how we will start. Settle in. Begin to lengthen your breath. Begin to notice your back body on your mat. Allow it to be heavy. Relax the muscles in your lower back. Relax your shoulders. Relax the muscles around your mouth and the ones around your eyes. Seal your lips and begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Come into your Ujjayi pranayama. Take your arms long behind you and take your legs long in front of you. So bring your ankles together, point your feet to the front of the room and reach your arms really long behind you. Find a deep morning stretch here. And then begin to walk your heels over to the right corner of your mat. So your feet will come to the right corner and cross your left ankle over your right. And then walk your hands to the right corner as well. Grab a hold of your left fingertips and curve over to the right. And then come through center and we'll switch sides. So walk your heels over to the left corner of your mat. Stack your right ankle on top of your left. And then grab a hold of your right fingers or maybe your right wrist and lean over to the left. Come back through center, reach really long one more time. And then bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees in and find some small circles here. So take your knees in a circle 3 or 4 times, going in the same direction. And then reverse the circle the other direction, 3 or 4 times. Massage your lower back on your mat. Take your hands to your knees, allow your fingers to point toward your toes. And press your knees away from you. Take a breath in, fill up. As you begin to exhale, draw your knees closer into your chest. Inhale, press your knees away. Exhale, draw them in. Let's do that a few more times. Move with your own breath. And if you forget which movement goes with which breath, think of it this way. When you press your knees away, you allow space for your belly to rise on your inhale. And as you exhale, you create space in your chest to bring your knees in. Couple more. And then send your legs up to the sky for waterfall. Allow yourself to have a bend in your knees here. We've not worked our hamstrings at all. Look at this more of letting the blood flow in the opposite direction and less of a hamstring stretch. Put a bend back in your knees, bring your knees back into your chest, and then keep your right knee, but extend your left leg long. Hug your right knee further into your chest. And then begin to open it out to the side. So take your right knee out to the side. Take your left hand to your left hip, press it down. And then take your right knee into your left hand and cross it over. You can take this as little or as deep as you need to. Find a twist. Come back through center, and then bring your left knee into your chest to meet your right. Extend your right leg long. So you'll keep your left knee in, and then bring it in a little further. Begin to open your left knee out to the left side. Take your right hand to your right hip, press it down. And then come back through center and over to the other side. So take your left knee over to the right, reach and twist. Come back through center, bring both knees into your chest. Take your hands behind your thighs and start to rock front to back. Rock and roll the length of your spine a few times. And rock into high boat Navasana. Your knees can be bent or straight here. Reach your arms long in front of you. Hollow out your belly. So take your belly button toward your spine. Breathe. And then tap your toes down. So you're going to keep the hollow body. Tap your toes and then lift. Tap, lift. That's the only thing moving, is you are bending your knees to tap your toes down. Keep breathing. Draw your belly button toward your spine. Let's do this one more time. And then shift all the way forward to Sukhasana. Crisscross. Take your hands to your knees. Inhale, lift your heart to the sky for seated cow. Exhale, round your spine for cat. On your breath in, lift your heart, lift your chest. On your breath out, round your spine, tuck your chin. Let's do this a couple more times. Move with your own breath. Each time you lift your heart to the sky is a breath in. And as you round your spine and tuck your chin, that will be a breath out. Breathe deeply with each shape that you take. And then when you are ready, meet me back in a neutral spine, no rush. Inhale, bring your arms up to the sky, big breath in. On your exhale, cactus your arms, pull your elbows down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more, inhale, reach tall. And exhale, cactus, last time. This time, reach your arms tall and hinge forward. So just reach out to the mat in front of you. We'll pause here for a couple of breaths. Walk your hands up your mat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, take a twist to your right. Keep your spine tall here. Come back through center. We'll do the same thing other side. Reach tall, grow through your spine, and then exhale, twist to the left. Come back through center and shift into tabletop. Tabletop. Come to your hands and your knees. Inhale, drop your belly down toward the floor. Lift through the crown of your head for cow. On your breath out, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do this a couple more times. Breathe in, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine. One more, drop your belly down, lift through your tailbone. And then round your spine, tuck your chin. Come back to neutral. Extend your right leg long behind you. Point and flex your foot a couple of times. Circle your ankle around. Extend your left arm long in front of you. So bird dog, left arm, right leg. Draw your navel in. Breathe. On your exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. One more, reach long. Crunch it in. Reach. And then come back to tabletop. Twist it out, find some movement here. Sort of wring out your spine. And then extend your left leg long. Left leg goes long behind you. Point and flex your foot a few times. Circle your ankle. Go ahead and notice your core here. Engage your core. Extend your right leg, your right arm long in front of you for bird dog. So left leg, right arm. Breathe in. On your exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Reach long. Crunched in last time. Reach. And then find tabletop. Come to stand on your knees. Stand on your knees. Take your shoulders up to your ears and roll them down. Do that a couple of times. And then roll your wrists a few times. Drop down to tabletop one more time. Extend your right leg long behind you. This time, drop your foot down to your mat. So press the ball of your foot into the floor and send your heel to the back of the room. And then begin to shift front to back. Floss it out. Forward and back. And then come back to tabletop. We'll do the other side. Send your left leg long. Drop your foot down to your mat. Send your heel to the back of the room. And then floss it out. Shift front to back. And then come back to tabletop. Curl your toes under, sit back on your heels for toes pose. Reach your arms up to the sky, breath in. On your exhale, cactus your arms, pull down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. This time shift forward, tabletop. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Paddle up your heels or walk your dog. Walk your feet to your hands, come to hang in ragdoll. Ragdoll, take your hands to opposite elbows, hang heavy. Lift your tailbone toward the sky as you allow your upper body to drip down toward the earth. Keep your elbows interlaced and begin to find a sway side to side. So we'll find a little bit of movement here, build some momentum, and then start to rock over to the right. You're going to start to lift up. Keep your elbows interlaced. And come to stand, and then circle back down to the left. So we're just going to take two big circles going up to the right. Breathe in, and then exhale down to the left. When you come back down to the center, drop your elbows. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up from mountain pose, reach tall. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold. Flat spine, half lift. Take your hands or your fingers down to your mat and step your left leg behind you for pyramid. So your left foot will come behind your right foot, a couple of feet maybe. And then begin to straighten your right leg-ish. You may still have a bend in your leg if you're like me. And you're going to just fold nose to knee. And then step your feet together, forward fold. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases, ragdoll. Begin to find a sway side to side. And then start to lift up to the left. We're gonna make 2 big circles, inhaling our way through the left side and exhaling our way down to the right. We'll do that one more time. Inhale as you circle up to the left. And exhale as you make your way down to the right. Release your elbows. Halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, cactus your arms, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, step your right foot back behind your left, a couple of feet, come into pyramid. Fold nose to knee over your left leg. We'll hold this for a couple of breaths. And then step your feet together, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise mountain, reach tall. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, find high plank. High plank. Draw your navel toward your spine. Press the earth away from you. Breathe. Drop down to your knees and lower all the way down. Take your hands wider than your mat and tent your fingers. Lift your heart, hooded cobra. We're going to find a dynamic flow here. Breathe in. On your exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And this time, lower all the way down, let it go. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself back to downward facing dog. Down dog. Inhale to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Come to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise, mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold. Flat spine, inhale. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Belly button to spine. Breathe. Drop down to your knees. Lower all the way down. Take your hands wider than your mat, tent your fingers. We're going to do the same thing. Hooded cobra, lift your heart, breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, make this your biggest hooded cobra yet. And then lower all the way down to your mat. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, high plank. Breathe. And then lower all the way down. These are optional. Hooded cobra 3 times. Breath in, lift your heart, find a back bend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Down dog. Lift your right leg. Step it through your hands and then straighten your right leg. So we're going to come into a wide pyramid here. So drop your back heel, straighten your right leg, fold nose to knee. We'll pause here for a breath. And then use your core, use your inhale to come to stand. Put a bend in your front knee, warrior one. Warrior one. Root down through the outer edge of your back foot. Really reach your arms tall to the sky, strong like a warrior. And then from here, open up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Keep the bend in your front leg. And then cartwheel your left hand down, your right arm to the sky, dragonfly. So you'll pop up on your back toes here. You'll lift your heel. Dragonfly, take your gaze to the sky. And then from here, find high plank. High plank. Lower all the way down. Hooded cobra, two times. Lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Press back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Let it go. Lift your left leg. Step it through your hands. Drop your back heel, straighten your left leg. So you're in a really wide pyramid on the left. The reason we want this to be a wide stance is because you know you're going into warrior one. Use your breath to lift, and then sink into your front knee, warrior one. Engage your whole body from your feet rooting down into your mat, all the way up to your fingers reaching to the sky. And then open up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. And then cartwheel your right hand down, your left arm to the sky. Dragonfly. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. From here, high plank. High plank. Lower all the way down. Take your hands wider than your mat, hit your fingers, hooded cobra. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. I think I just made that 3, didn't I? Sorry about that. Press yourself into child's pose from here. Child's pose, knees wide, feet together. Reach your arms long in front of you. Melt your heart down toward your mat. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Stack your left hand on top of your right. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Stack your right hand on top of your left. Come back through center, reach really long. And then press yourself up to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Come to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise your mountain, reach tall. Exhale, cactus your arms, pull your elbows down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Breathe. Lower all the way down. Hooded cobra, one time. Breath in, one time. Exhale, lower. Press back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it through your hands, drop your back heel, straighten your right leg for a wide leg pyramid. And then inhale, rise. Sink into your front knee, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Cartwheel your left hand to your mat, reach your right arm to the sky. Dragonfly. And then from here, high plank. Lower all the way down. Hooded cobra one time, breath in. Let it go. Press yourself back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Step it through your hands, drop your back heel. Fold nose to knee. Rise. Sink into your front knee, warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Dragonfly, right hand down, left arm to the sky. High plank. Lower down. Hooded cobra, one time, breath in. Exhale, lower. Press yourself back to down dog. Rise up to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Find the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise for mountain. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, high plank. Lower all the way down. Hooded cobra one time. Let it go. Press yourself to downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. This time step it through for crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, so you'll be on the ball of your back foot. Both feet will face the front of the room. Crescent lunge. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Breathe. Lunge forward, warrior three. Your arms can reach out long in front of you, or you can bring your hands to your heart. Root down through your foot, all four corners of your foot. Keep your heart lifted here. Your back foot is pointed down to the floor. Well, I should say it's flexed, but your toes are pointing to the floor. And then drop your hands, standing split. Cross your left leg behind your right. So you're coming to like a cross leg forward fold. Breathe. Lift your left leg, And step it back down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Take your hands to your mat, high plank. Lower down. Holding cobra, breath in. Exhale, let it go. Press back, down dog. Lift your left leg. Step it through your hands. Come into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, stays. Launch forward, warrior three. Warrior three. Keep your heart lifted. Flex your back foot. Breathe. Lower your hands, standing split. Cross your right leg behind your left. Fold. Lift your right leg. And then step it down, forward fold. Find a halfway lift. Exhale, lower. Rise for mountain, reach tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Point your hands, high plank. Lower all the way down. Hooded cobra, breath in. Exhale, let it go. Press back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Bring your knee to your nose, hover. Send it back. Bring your right knee to your right wrist, half pigeon. Drop down to your forearms, sink into your hips. Use your hands to lift your heart. Find a small back bend here. And then press back to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Bring your knee to your nose, hover. Send it back. And then left knee to left wrist, half pigeon. Drop down to your forearms, sink into it. Breathe. Allow your hips to soften. Press into your hands. Lift your heart. Press back to downward facing dog. Walk your feet through your hands. Come to sit on your mat with your legs in butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Take your hands to your feet and hinge forward. Come to sit back up and lower your back body all the way down to your mat for Supta Baddha Konasana. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Send your feet straight up to the sky for waterfall. Point and flex your feet a few times. Bend your knees. Drop your knees over to the right side of your mat for a twist. Bring them through center, drop them over to the left. Bring your knees back through center. Lift your shoulders, wrap your arms around your shins. And then slowly release all the way down to your mat for Shavasana. Slowly begin to bring some movements back into your body. Hug your knees into your chest. Drop over to your side. And press yourself up to a seat. Bring your hands together at your heart. From your heart to your third eye. With gratitude, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you for joining, and I really hope to see you next time.